The CDC recommends kids get about an hour of physical activity a day and adults about 2.5 hours a week. Hundreds were well on their way tonight to meeting that quota, raising money for youth sports along the way.
The O'Briens are what you call an active family.
This year I'm doing flag football because I love soccer.
And they get to participate in those sports because of Kids Sports, a nonprofit organization in our community that offers youth sports programs.
The need for children to have a chance just to play and be a part of something that's a little bit bigger than themselves is so important in this day, probably now more than ever with the marginalization of physical education in schools.
And that's why the O'Briens and hundreds of others laced up their shoes and latched on their helmets to walk, bike, and run at Alton Baker Park for Walk It Off Wednesday. Each mile equals $1 that Pacific Source in turn donates to the Kids Sports Scholarship Tuition Fund.
I was telling them we're going to bike as much as we can and then get money for Kids Sports.
Our whole goal is promoting wellness and healthy lifestyles, and this is a big part in doing that. So not only helping people get fit and well, but also helping the community a little bit.
For a kid not to be able to play because they can't afford it, it's not right.
Last year, Kids Sports says it helped more than 4,000 kids with about $225,000 in scholarship tuition.
It's based on the free lunch program. If you're eligible for free lunch, you get a 66% reduction in the registration fee and a reduced lunch at 33% reduction.
And for the kids not being able to play,
That would be horrible.
but it seems as long as there's people like the O'Briens willing to walk it off and raise money, that won't be happening in this community.
At last check, upwards of 400 people came out today. Many walked more than a mile, so Pacific Source likely met its $2,000 goal.